Hi, everybody. For those that just joined us, we will start the meeting in few minutes. I'm just finishing some details for the meeting. Please be patient. I will be here with you guys in few minutes. Blah, blah, blah. All right, guys. So let's start the today's meeting. Basically, what we want to do today is to have like a fake standard meeting. Basically, I will guide you through the concept of daily meeting, why we do this, why companies every day do these kind of meetings, some tips and tricks that you can apply to your daily basis in order to have better daily meetings. So, and then we will practice. I will ask you guys to have uh, I will show you first the template, which is going to be basically answering some questions about the daily meeting. And then I will ask you to answer those questions and to share with the group. The idea of these meetings is that everybody speak in order to practice, in order to improve. So don't be shy, try to speak, try to share with others, because the best way to improve any skill is practicing, right? So don't be shy. The idea of this meeting is to practice. So let's go ahead. I will share my screen and I will share with you some information about the daily meeting and and also some tips and tricks that can help you to have a better daily meeting. So basically, uh, I have I went through ChatGPT and asked what is a daily meeting, a standard meeting, and it said a daily standard meeting, also called a daily scrum, is a short time box meeting, usually 15 minutes or less, held by software development teams, especially those using agile or scrum methodologies. Purpose: to quickly align to the team on what was done yesterday, what will be done today, any blockers or issues. That's like the structure of the meeting. Basically, in these meetings, I believe everyone here already have any contact with this kind of meetings, but for those that doesn't have didn't have the opportunity to join this kind of meetings, basically they have this kind of structure in which everybody involved in the meeting will answer uh, these three questions, right? Then it says typical format. Each member answer: yesterday I work on, today I will work on, I am blocked by, I need help with. Those kind of things are the, let's say, prefix for the answers, right? So you can start answering those questions with these prefixes. Yesterday I work on, today I will work on, I am blocked by, I need help with, right? So this is like the structure that you can follow in order to answer the previous questions that I show you. And then it talks about some benefits, improves team communication because in that way uh, everyone knows what each other is working on, if they have problems, if anybody can help, whatever, etc. Identifies blockers early, keeps the team focused and accountable, encourage collaboration. So those are like the benefits. So there is more information about it. It's called a standard because it means to be quick. People usually remain standing to keep it short and focused. Would you like? Okay, so this this is ChatGPT trying to help me more. But yeah, basically, this is the description of what a standard or daily meeting is. And yeah, as it is mentioned here, basically there are three main questions that you need to answer during that meeting. Basically, this meeting happens every day in every development team, usually in the morning, so everybody is aware about if anybody needs help, anybody is blocked by something else, or what everybody is doing. In the case of the managers, uh, they will know what the team is doing. I have something that I call the template. Let me put that here, which is basically the answers you need to, sorry, the questions you need to answer before joining any daily or standard meeting. Right. So in order to have a good performance in the daily or standard meeting, you should answer these four questions, right? What did I do? What did I did yesterday? So it means usually, as is mentioned here, yesterday I work on. This is the trick for answering this question. Yesterday I work on ticket, let's say something, ticket number 461, right? What I'm doing now. So then you have this trick here, this one here. What I'm doing now. So you can answer that starting with this prefix. Today I will work on, or I will continue working on it, or working on the same ticket, or finishing the refactoring I started yesterday. You can answer anything related that will provide information about what you are currently doing. Then you have any blockers, do I need help, right? So for that question, you can use this prefix or this trick or tip in order to answer that question. So do I have any blocker? Do I need help? Then you can answer with this. I am blocked uh, I don't know, ticket 500, uh, the work that needs to be done by other team, right? You can mention the details about why you are blocked. If you need help, sometimes you are blocked, but it doesn't mean you need help, right? You can be blocked because your current ticket is related with other team, other other ticket that is not completed by other person, but it doesn't mean you need help, right? You need help when you are in a situation that you are working on some task and you don't understand something or you need somebody else to explain how certain piece of the code works. So in that case, you need help. Otherwise, you are simply blocked. Then we have the last question. What you are going to do next, right? So for this, you can say like, once I finish, sorry, once I finish ticket, what was the number? 461, yes. Once I finish ticket 461, I will have a meeting with Manolo, blah, blah, blah. You can continue the situation, right? Your explanation. So let's stop sharing, right? So the intention of the daily meeting, as I mentioned before, is basically to keep the team informed about what everybody is doing in terms of work, right? Usually companies have these kind of meetings every day. They usually happen in the morning. The reason for that is because at this way, the whole team is going to know what situations could happen through the day, right? So if somebody needs help, if somebody's blocked, what is next? If you have a deadline, it will provide you some info. If you are a manager, I mean, if you are a manager and you have a deadline, daily meeting is going to provide you information about when probably you expect the team to finish the, the 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 job that needs to be done, right? All right. So now that we have this information, as I mentioned previously, the idea is that everybody will answer those questions. So what you did yesterday, what you are doing, and what is next. You have any blockers or you need help. The intention is that you create a fake status that you can share right now in the group. Who wants to start?
Daniel, am I start?
Daniel, your microphone doesn't sound good. Can you repeat that?
Excuse me. I made that. No, can I?
Uh,
Can
so,
you hear me?
Sorry, Daniel. I can hear you, but the sound is pretty bad. I'm not sure if it's just me or anybody is hearing this, is hearing the same. Guys, remember, don't be shy. The intention of this meeting is to practice English. If you stay quiet in silence, you won't practice. So I I I ask you, I encourage you to practice. Don't be shy. Try to share because the intention is to practice, to improve. If you still quiet, you're still in silence, you won't practice. So remember, one of the keys to open the doors for new opportunities is English. You have this opportunity to practice. Don't be shy. You just need to answer three simple questions. What you did yesterday, what you are doing, and what is next. Who wants to start?
Hi,
Hi, Keith. How you doing?
I'm doing well, thanks.
All right.
Um,
You want to start?
so yes, I would like to start, but I don't know pretty much how to answer that type of questions, so I will improvise.
For
Okay?
sure, for sure. That's the idea. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, thanks. What I done yesterday on my job, I solved a few tickets. Some of the tickets pretty much were upgrades, and one was a license that I have to assign. And I was waiting for the teams to share the license with the client. And once the license was up, I was able to join on a Zoom session with the customer and install the license on the server. Pretty much. Um, can you hear me? Okay. What I did today was pretty similar, but today I was with a customer on a meeting as well, but he was failing on a upgrade because one of the lifts on the cluster was lacking 140. one node of the cluster. It was only assigned to one. That was the reason why they upgraded. So I have to ask the NAS team that is the one to handle this type of situations, and they help me to create a VLAN list on the new cluster. Well, the cluster that was lacking. And yeah, that's pretty much what I did today. And what blockers do I have? For now, I'm just pending for a few customers to agree to solve some tickets. I think that is one of the blockers because some tickets are pretty old. But yeah, now is much of a matter of time or what tomorrow will bring new issues on the job. Pretty much. That's it. Thanks.
All right, great. Thank you so much for sharing your status. Who else wants to continue?
I want continue. Excuse me. Can you hear me better?
Yes, sir. You now sounds really good. Go ahead.
Okay. Yesterday I worked to deployment of our RFC of update application um, commercial purpose. And today I will work in a reading documentation in of API the company Sectigo because I work in a development for application um, request the of request certificate SSL. That's right.
Excellent. Thank you, Daniel, for sharing your status. Who else wants to continue? Who goes next? Alejandro, Biershut, Da Davanes Negats, Leonardo, Matt, Ulises. Who wants to go next? Don't be shy. Remember, guys, the intention is to practice, and this is like a really good space to practice because you here have people from different roles, different seniority, different experiences. So it's a really, really good place to practice. So don't be shy. Who wants to continue? Kaliwa? Ice Creama? No one else? What is happening, guys?
I will go.
All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Good evening. Well, in the daily meeting will be good morning. um, I worked. I just started working on some firewall uses, and I have a problem with some policies with allowed traffic. Um, today, today I will work with um, some page blocks are being blocked, and I block it now with some SSL certificates for some some public page in our infrastructure. So that's all, I think.
All right, thank you so much for sharing your status. Who else wants to to go next.
Do you hear me now?
Yes, yes. Go
Okay,
ahead.
okay. Hello
Go ahead.
there. Yeah, yesterday I was working with a PCBR headset, looking for some assets and books reported in the pirates with pirates and skeletons box. The reason or the main reason about this bug is the sword was not working well uh, on the pocket of the charter. Then we will test. We will what is what's that? We have test the main the three main characters around the day, and the hitbots doing good. But the for some reason the main activity that he has to do with the animation isn't working. Today, we calibrate the situation, the main island to prepare to the new boss, skeleton boss, a giant skeleton boss, and right now we are working on the NPCs of the environment of that new island, and that's it.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing your status. Uh, do we have somebody else that wants to go next? To one that wants to share status? All right. For those that share your status, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And as I mentioned before, the intention of this call or this meeting is to practice English. So if you stay quiet, if you stay in silence, you won't practice, right? So don't be shy. Next time, be prepared. The idea is to practice, to start talking. Remember, any skill you want to learn, you can master that skill just practicing. If you don't practice that skill, you won't master that. All right. So I would like you guys to go to the chat. The chat is located in the top right corner. You can see the icon, and I have put a question there. Who here is working with international companies in which English is required? Raise your hand here. I would like you guys to put your name there because next what I'm going to do is to give you some advices that can improve how you present your status during daily meetings. So go to the chat and put your name there if you are currently working in an international company in which English is required.
Sorry, just the name, or do we have to put like the name of the company or something like that?
No, just the name. I don't need that kind of details, just the name. Nobody is working with international companies right now. Uh, Yvette, right?
Evet.
Yvette. Okay. Here is required at least B2. Okay. Who else? Nobody else is working with international companies?
I work with an international company, but um, it's, how can I say el puesto o
The position.
el cargo?
The
Yeah.
position.
but the position I occupied in the company don't need English.
All right. Okay. 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 Great. So I thought we have more people working with international companies here, and that's why I asked you to put your name in the chat because what I'm going to do next is I'm going to share my screen again, and I will share with you a couple of tips and tricks that helped me a lot when I was starting on this career working with international companies. Um, I see Leonardo is typing in the chat. Leonardo, are you working in an international company as well? All right.
No, Alvaro, I don't.
Okay. Okay. No problem. So yeah, guys. So what I want you to understand is basically, as I mentioned at the beginning, in every daily meeting, you just have to answer those three questions, right? I mean, that's like the common pattern. You just need to answer those three questions. What I did yesterday, what I'm doing, and what I'm going to do next. Those three questions are like the main questions you need to answer during the standard or daily meeting. Do you guys remember at the beginning I told you about template, right? What do I did yesterday, what I'm doing now, and what I'm going to do next. La, 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 la. Okay, let me put. So, sorry guys. Let me remove everything I put here before. All right, so tips and tricks. You have this template, right? When we are talking about blockers and help, do I need help? Help. Okay, this, I mean, this is optional, right? It could happen, it could not happen because not all the days you will need help unless you are pretty bad doing whatever you do, right? But essentially, let me move this to this entire page so we don't have that cut off. So basically, the template will have these three questions that you have to answer every day. You have to do the same, right? In most of the companies, they have these daily or standard meetings all days, right? They choose 1 hour, and through the year, they will have these meetings at the same time every day, right? Okay, keeping in mind that, I mean, for example, let's say your daily meeting is every day at 9 a.m., right? So every day you know you will have this meeting, right? So first trick, or I not first, is going to be the only trick that I'm going to share with you guys. So first trick, sorry. Uh, 1 hour before, right? Or 30 minutes before, you will go to the template, right? And you will answer these questions, right? You already know the answers because you are working in the company. You know what you did yesterday. You already know that, right? And you will answer these three questions. Then, if you have blockers or you need help, you can answer also this question, right? So 1 hour or 30 minutes before of the daily meeting. Why? Okay, so first you answer the questions, and next you prepare what you are going to say. You start reading what you answer, and then when you are in the meeting, you will have more fluency. You already know what to say. So this is pretty important, and this helped me a lot when I started this career, when I started working with international companies. As you can notice, my English is not the best. I have a lot of mistakes, a lot of issues with the pronunciation and the accent that I have. But even though I have worked with multiple international companies in United States, Canada, United Kingdom, uh, Egypt, Europe. So this is what helped me a lot at the beginning, preparing the template, answering those questions, and read those questions, those answers 1 hour or 30 minutes before. Why? Because when you read this, when you prepare this, your mind is going to be prepared for the meeting. You already know what to say. You won't be blocked because you have studied this. You already know what to say. This is going to help you a lot to have fluency. All right, so I'll share with you guys here in the chat this template. I hope uh, it helps you with the daily meeting. Right. I don't have anything else for today, but I would like to hear from you guys if you have any questions, if you have a different structure for the daily meeting, if you, I don't know, maybe you guys are doing something different every day. I would like to hear from you. Remember, don't be shy. Even if you don't feel comfortable speaking in English, you can do it in Spanish. But the idea, again, is to practice English. No, nobody wants to share. Why?
I have a question,
For
but
sure.
it's not about daily meetings or something like that. But I I want to know what do you think about now some companies in USA are needing um, that to use CMS like WordPress, Webflow, or Framer, also React, Angular, and another framework with JavaScript. Would you need to know all that technologies?
All right. Yes, we can talk about whatever you want, guys. So, okay, answering your questions. Ah, let's say we need to look back before pandemic and through pandemic. I do remember companies were asking for specialized roles, like you are a front-end developer or you are a backend developer, or you just know React, you just know PHP, you just know .NET, you are the person we need. You are the person we want to hire because you are specialized in certain technologies, right? That was before pandemic and through pandemic, right? Then companies realize uh, or, or 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 maybe this was just a trend that started appearing through that uh, period of time, right? Because if we look further back, I'm not sure if you are aware of before the division between uh, front and back end, full stack, you were just a developer. I mean, I do remember that I was working with .NET, and in the company that I work in that time, they only say we need this functionality, right? and that functionality was the whole application. Like we need the database, we need to connect the database with the backend, and then we need the UI to present the information. They don't care about if you were front end, back end, or full stack. You were just a developer, right? But then this division started happening, and companies wanted specialized roles. You are front end, you are back end, you are a React developer, you are an Angular developer, etc., etc. But then when AI started helping us a lot, companies also realized that one developer with knowledge about the fundamentals of software development could could done a lot of things. So first, now it's not necessary to uh, hire junior developers, right? Because one developer with experience with the fundamentals is going to be able to do a lot of things with the help of AI, right? Okay, there is another item in the list, which is now there is more offer, right? We have more and more developers every day. When something is pretty expensive, it's because probably is limited. I mean, there is a limited amount of that, right? But then when that start to be found everywhere, the price is going to be decreased. Like for example, gold. Everybody knows gold, it's pretty expensive. Nobody buys gold because it's cheap. Everybody buys gold because it's expensive, right? And because it's hard to obtain. You have to go to the ground, uh, do a hole and extract the material from the earth, right? It's hard to obtain and it is not located everywhere, right? So that's why gold is expensive. But if you find gold everywhere, gold is going to be cheap. Everyone can have gold, right? So I believe that is happening also in software development because now we have more developers. There is more offer, so companies know that, and they are offering less salaries, and they want you to do a lot of things. That's probably the reality, but that's my personal opinion. That's what I believe is happening right now. Basically, we have much more offer of developers. Companies know one developer can do a lot of things because we have tools that can help us. So yeah, and things are evolving. But as I mentioned before, if you look back in the past, you will see that it was the same, like, I don't know, probably 15, 18 years ago. It was the same. I mean, companies wanted developers to do everything. It stopped for some time. Companies started hiring specialized roles, but then it is turning to the same. Companies want developers to be developers. And the other situation is that you need to understand that when a company hires you, they want somebody to solve problems. They don't want somebody to know how to solve one specific problem in just one technology. Because companies right now, and that's another point, companies right now are not stable as they were before because the changes of technology. Every day we have a new library, we have a new tool, we have a new AI. So companies want people that are no coders. Companies want engineers, people that have mentality to solve problems, to create new things. Probably those are the points. But remember, this is my personal opinion. I hope that answer your question.
Yes, that's right.
But also something to keep in mind, in most of the job positions, when they say you need to know AWS, you need to know Datadog, you need to know Material UI, you need to know Bootstraps, and design, mm, test, a lot of things. Those are like surrounding technologies. The companies will always look for specialized roles with surrounding technologies. What I mean is, for example, in my case, I've been working with JavaScript a lot for the last, I don't know, probably 12 years, right? I have experience of 12 years working with JavaScript. My main stack is everything related with React, Angular, and Node.js, right? So companies hires me because I have those skills, React, Angular, and Node.js, right? But every time I go to an interview process, uh, a hiring process, they will ask me about Webflow, about Datadog, about AWS, about GraphQL, about databases, about yeah, a lot of things they have as surrounding uh, technologies or tools. So the advice is don't be scared when you see a job position in which you see a lot of things, because in most of the cases they just want you to know a little bit of those things because they somehow had that in their stack. Let's say, for example, you join a company and they have AWS. They will ask you about AWS. You don't need to be an expert. You don't need to be an expert. You just need to know the concept. You just need to have certain experience. You just need to know what it is. What is AWS, right? If you know that, probably they will hire you because they just want to make sure all the tools, all the platforms, all the libraries, languages, technologies they have, you will be able to get to know, to don't be blocked by them. All right. Uh, Anybody has more questions?
Hey, hi.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm fine working every day, every hour. Hey, I have an interview tomorrow for a job for CMDB manager job. But I don't know. I'm scared because the interview is in English and I don't know if I will prepare or ready for that question. I don't know who to try to I don't know, knowing which or what are the questions. Any key or any secret for be ready tomorrow?
Yeah. Do you have the job position, the job description?
Yeah, CMDB admin is the people that admin the databases of assets and configuration and the tech park in a company
All right.
for a big company of foods.
All right. Okay. So yeah. Basically, the technical part, I cannot give you any advice because I don't have experience doing that. I have never been. I believe that is like a databases administrator. So I don't have experience in the technical aspect, right? But as an advice, you can go to ChatGPT and prompt something like top 10, top 20 questions and answers with examples for database administrator role or whatever is going to be your role, right? You can do that for the technical aspect, right? But then usually interviews, or hiring processes, they have an structure, right? I'm not sure if you already started the process or you will have. You mentioned you will have the an interview tomorrow, right? It is going to be the first interview, or you already have interviews before?
Yeah, it's the first. Maybe recruiter wants to know my background, my I don't know, my last job or past work related with the CMDB manage. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
is the problem. Yeah.
Okay, so let me explain you the structure of the interview so maybe it can give you an idea what to expect. All right, basically interviews, they will start with something that they call a screening call, right? You will have already an interview and probably they will have this structure. They will be asking you about your experience, your CV, maybe your LinkedIn profile to validate your experience, knowledge, and some tools or frameworks or whatever they want you, they need you or they need from you to have experience, right? For example, if you mention SQL Server, probably they will ask few questions, probably non-technical related, like have you worked with SQL for how many years, in which company? Those kind of questions. They will ask you, is this going to be an English interview, right?
Yeah, it's in English.
All right. So then they will ask you something related to your personal life, like tell me a little bit about yourself. What are your hobbies? What do you like to do in your free time? So those things you can create like a template. You put those questions, you answer those questions by yourself, and then you prepare those questions before the interview. These kind of questions can be different company by company because they probably won't have the same questions for. I mean, they don't share their information. So maybe these kind of questions can be a little bit tricky, but you can at least prepare something. Like when they ask you, tell me a little bit about yourself, you need to manage that to the technical aspect. Like, for example, in my case, when I receive that question, what I say is, I have over 18 years of experience. I started working with Microsoft technologies. Then I knew JavaScript. I fell in love with that technology. And for the last 10 years, I have been working with the main tools, languages, and frameworks like React, Node.js, TypeScript, blah, blah, blah. Try to be concise, try to be short in your answers, but containing the most important details. I mean, if the role is asking you about SQL Server, try to mention all the things that you know about database administration, tools that you can use, permissions, whatever you can set up in SQL, because that's important. That will provide some information about you, and that can be a match between what the company is looking and your profile. Uh, then, if everything goes well, probably you will receive a home test or technical interview, right? This technical interview, depending on the role, depending of what you are going to do, they will be asking questions about it, right? One of the best things to do is to go to ChatGPT, as I mentioned before, top 10 or top 20 uh, questions with answers and examples, for this role. And also you can prepare the whole interview. You can go to ChatGPT and say something like prepare the whole interview having the behavioral questions and all the things I need to prepare because tomorrow I will have an interview for this role. And it will provide you a lot of information. Like first, you can do the behavioral part. Probably this could be the question they will ask you, etc., etc. But yeah, maybe we can review the details of the job description later or this week. The interview is tomorrow, right? Mm.
Okay. You thinking that they will be evaluate or testing my level of English, my English level?
For sure, for sure. If
Okay.
if the okay, so this is the structure. When you are presenting interviews for international companies or companies that will sell your services to clients outside Colombia or outside the local market, what they do is they evaluate your English level in uh, these first interviews, right? Probably they won't ask you things about grammatical English. Tell me how to what is the verb, the to be verb, things like that. They won't ask you these kind of things, but they will go directly to the point. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Can you tell me one time in which you have a problem and how you solve that? If you have a problem in your work, what is the process you follow to solve? These kind of questions that are like behavioral questions are also covering part of the interview and validating the English. So it depends. It depends how the company has its own process, but basically they will try to validate the English through the interview process, right?
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah,
Just
you're welcome.
to say something. Actually, what he said is very right, but I will also recommend you. It's pretty similar about what he says, but you can try to do like a script on the. You can look even on Google, like which are the most common question on interviews. That was very helpful for me, and try to answer those questions with chat GPT help as well. Try to write, I don't know, in a Word or something like that, like a script. Mhm. Why is that helpful? Because you will have the words to answer the question when this question comes to you. Even if you don't read right away like a robot the answer, if you keep practicing that in your mind, you will remember some of the information you already put on the answer. And once you face that question, you will remember a little bit, and when your imagination, you will be able to come together with an answer based on what you already practiced. That was really helpful for me. I talked about my experience, and I found like if you look, it's like always 20 at least most common questions on interview, as he said. What was the biggest issue you faced? How do you solve it? Tell me about yourself. Um, like what was um um always they will ask you at the end like uh if you have any question, I will recommend you to ask something. Don't worry what it is, but always try to ask something. Is actually a psychological recommendation because they will remember you. Most of the people don't answer questions at the end, but if you do that, you will have like above other people that will be applying to the same job. So that's also a recommendation I use roughly.
Okay. Thank you, Kevin. It's like a little script guide for me. a little
Yes.
script with ideas for the answer for the
Yeah,
interviewer.
like practicing, like put the question.
Yeah,
Talk about yourself, and you write. Uh, my name is da da da. I be working in this and this. Write all the answer, and once you have all the answers that you file enough, try to repeat, read again, read again, read again. Try to, I don't know, with the mirror or with someone else to do like a role play that they ask you this question in a different, like not always the same, and then the second like in different order to try to remember what you saw you write on that script. That's also helpful.
thank you guys.
All right, guys. I believe it's time now. It's already 10:06 p.m. I uh, I wish you to have a good night. Let's stop for today. And remember, we will have these meetings every 15 days, Tuesday and Wednesdays, 9 p.m. So be ready. And thank you so much for participating. See you in the next one. Bye for now.
Goodbye. Thank you.
You have a good
Thank
day.
you. Bye.
Bye.
Have a good night.